Welcome to India and England News. Our guest today is Jim Cunha. He is the Executive Vice President of Secure Payments and FinTech at Federal Reserve Bank of Boston. He leads the Federal Reserve Secure Payments efforts, which seeks to improve the safety, security, and resiliency of the U.S. payment system. He is a speaker at the TiECON East conference this Friday, and I should add that he's going to be part of the first panel at 9 o'clock on fintech. So, Jim, welcome to our show, and thank you very much for your time.
Oh, and thanks for the invitation. I really
And
appreciate
we
it.
are really looking forward to hearing you on Friday morning. Now,
Looking
first
forward.
questions to you is what are you looking forward to at TiECON East?
I'm really looking forward to. I do many speeches. I've done many speeches over the years, and I really miss the energy of being in front of a crowd like that and being able to talk to the people there to understand their ideas, help impart some knowledge to them, but really to feel the energy that you get with a great group of people like that are focused on new ways of doing things, new ways of solving problems, and especially around the Boston area. I miss going to the meetups and I miss going to in-person speeches. So this is really exciting to be amongst a great group of people in person
Yeah,
for one.
actually, we have about 400 plus people have registered for this conference. So it is going
Yeah,
to be
that's
really
impressive.
an in-person, a great turnout, and a lot of energy already we can see
Wonderful.
in this entrepreneurial group. Now, next question for you is: I know if you want to share it right now, what insights will you be sharing with the attendees?
Yeah, so what we're talking about is research, technology research that the Boston Fed is doing with MIT in to build a digital currency for the United States. So we're not actually going to production, but we're doing deep technical research into what does it take to actually put digital dollars in production and move them at scale. So we'll be talking about how we think about privacy. We'll be talking about how we think about processing transactions at tens of thousands of transactions per second. So some exciting research. But I also want to make sure that we're talking about what might be possible if we ever launched a platform like this. So I believe with the private sector, with entrepreneurs and startups, we should be able to solve some problems that exist, like financial inclusion. What can people in the audience think to do with a digital currency and automate on top of it to help solve problems, financial inclusion, for instance, or cross-border payments. And I think we'll be able to go fast enough and be cheap enough to even do micropayments, which today just aren't feasible given the network costs and speed. So I think that this will be the beginning of a really important collaboration with the private sector. And we're going to be issuing our source code as open source. So anybody in the audience that wants to look at our source code, read our results, and then even contribute code to the platform can do so. So I think it's pretty exciting to have this opportunity to share this in front of this audience.
Yeah, excellent. Now, I have another question for you. Is Boston, of course, lately has been known more for like a very healthy ecosystem for the life sciences and venture capital and healthcare. How is the fintech ecosystem in Boston?
Oh, I think it's great. If you look at some of the organizations around Boston, the state streets are very, very, even the existing ones, the Fidelities with the FCAT lab. But look at the fintech sandbox. Look at some of the work, the number of meetups that we have around Boston around AI and blockchain and ML. I think it's really a very healthy ecosystem. The big data is getting a lot of progress in robotics. So I think the whole fintech broadly is really engaged in Boston, and I think we're doing some things, especially if you take the connection between financial services and the life sciences and fintech and healthcare. I think we have some great opportunities to.
And AI as well. That's also another which is adding a new dimension to all these sectors.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, before I let you go, Jim, your last word on fintech and TiECON.
I just think it's a great nexus. I think bringing together some of the great minds that will be there Friday and thinking about the future and what Boston can do and New England can do as a hub of technology innovation. And I think it's events like this where people can come together, share ideas, and talk, and really get excited about the future. I think that's what I want to take away most from this conference and hope the attendees do as well.
Yeah. Okay, Jim, thank you so much for your time, and I will see you on Friday. And all the
Yeah,
best.
I'm looking forward to it.